Wanderings in the desert. Then we turned back and set out toward the desert along the route to the Red Sea, as the Lord had directed me. For a long time we made our way around the hill country of Seir. Then the Lord said to me, "You have made your way around this hill country long enough. Now turn north. Give the people these orders. You are about to pass through the territory of your brothers, the descendants of Esau, who live in Seir. They will be afraid of you, but be very careful. Do not provoke them to war, for I will not give you any of their land, not even enough to put your foot on. I have given Esau the hill country of Seir as his own. You are to pay them in silver for the food you eat and the water you drink. The Lord your God has blessed you in all the work of your hands. He has watched over your journey through this vast desert. These 40 years the Lord your God has been with you, and you have not lacked anything. So we went on past our brothers, the descendants of Esau, who live in Seir. We turned from the Arabah road, which comes up from Elath and Ezion Gibber, and traveled along the desert road of Moab. Then the Lord said to me, "Do not harass the Moabites or provoke them to war, for I will not give you any part of their land. I have given Ar to the descendants of Lot as a possession. The Amites used to live there, a people strong and numerous, and as tall as the Anakites. The Anakite, or like the Anakites, they too were considered Rephites, but the Moabites called them Emites. Horites used to live in Seir, but the descendants of Esau drove them out. They deployed the Horites from before them and settled in their place, just as Israel did in the land the Lord gave them as their possession. And the Lord said, "Now get up and cross the Zered Valley." So we crossed the valley. 38 years passed from the time we left Kadesh Barnea until we crossed the Zered Valley. By then, that entire generation of fighting men had perished from the camp, as the Lord had sworn to them. The Lord's hand was against them until he had completely eliminated them from the camp. And now, when the last of these fighting men among the people had died, the Lord said to me, "Today you are to pass by the region of Moab at Ar. When you come to the Ammonites, do not harass them or provoke them to war, for I will not give you possession of any land belonging to the Ammonites. I have given it as a possession to the descendants of Lot." So remember, both Esau and Lot were also blessed and had a blessing, and so their descendants had land and possession as well. And so that's where this comes in. One moment. And so that's what they're being told. Moses is letting them know this is what happened and why. And I'm sure he told Israelites throughout their time, this information. So this is being repeated again, just to make sure everybody understood. Because, again, back then, they didn't have a cell phone or computer, or they had a tablet, but not the kind we think of. It was made of stone, or papyrus or something, some type of scroll or something that they could utilize. Or word of mouth. A lot of it was memorized word of mouth. So let's continue. That too was considered a land of the Rephites, who used to live there. But the Ammonites called them Zamzumites. They were a people strong and numerous and as tall as the Anakites. The Lord destroyed them from before the Ammonites, who drove them out and settled in their place. The Lord had done the same for the descendants of Esau, who lived in Seir, when he destroyed the Horites from before them. They drove them out and have lived in their place to this day. And as for the Avites, who lived in the villages as far as Gaza, the Caphtorites coming out from Caphtor destroyed them and settled in their place. So again, Moses is giving them the information about what had taken place as they were wandering the desert, as they were going from place to place, and the reasons why they couldn't turn to the right or to the left. And they had plenty. They had plenty from Egypt. You know, they had gold and silver and all kinds of jewelry and such. So they had riches because they were able to take that from the Egyptians, and the Egyptians freely gave to them, to Israel, so that because they were ready for Israel to go. Basically, they were scared of God, and they were doing as requested. And so Israel was not like a poor nation roaming around. Um, and so, if they were to be along a land that was considered um, part of either the descendants of Esau or Lot, that they were to pay them, pay the descendants of Esau in silver if they were to use anything. So, um, any thoughts come up, or feelings come up during this time, during these verses? How does it make you feel? And what does it make you think?